Next question is from Ruth Cadell. What are your thoughts on eating candy intra-workout?
It's delicious.
It's been a long time since we've seen Dr. Integrity.
Oh, God.
Is he still around?
What is
Actually,
it now?
yeah,
Is
he's
Pixie
around.
Sticks?
I used to get hit with his ads all the time. I never see him anymore.
I think he blocked us from everything.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
So it was like the dextrose, right? So you had like the gummy bears or the Pixie Sticks, and like that was the big thing for a long time.
Here's the deal. Look, if you're training,
Such a terrible idea for so many reasons.
if you're training super, super long and you're depleting your glycogen, which by the way, you have in your body, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 calories worth of stored glycogen.
There's a lot of stored glycogen.
Okay, but let's say you're doing a crazy long workout, and it's like these are endurance workouts typically, and you're exhausting yourself. Then the data does show that consuming some carbohydrates, okay, which candy does have carbohydrates, so I guess technically it's in this category. Although I'll make the argument that candy's the worst; it's not a great option anyway. But having some carbohydrates that are easy to digest in your workout is going to be beneficial. Who does this apply to? Endurance athletes.
Yep.
Endurance athletes are the people that I recommend have a carbohydrate drink or those cubes or those gels, halfway through their 3-hour training
They're
session.
burning up the most calories.
Yeah. If you're like training in the gym, you're lifting, even if you're lifting hard and you're eating candy in between sets to fuel your workout, you better be like, this better be the most insane workout I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, there's one client, okay, that I think of that I would allow to, even though I wouldn't recommend, but I would allow them if they said like, hey, could I do this? Is the client, the young kid who is burning so many calories, struggling so much to put weight on that we're looking for any place to get extra calories that we want.
Yeah.
And he goes, Adam, like, I love having gummy bears in the middle of my workout. I'm like, all right, go for it. You know what I'm saying? We can't seem to hit your calorie surplus as it is.
Right.
So eating some sugar in the middle of your workout, like I'm not really tripping. That's the only person that I'm even allowing. And even then, I'm like, there's
better options still,
There's better
but yeah.
stuff. And that means you better be hitting your protein intake consistently if you're and not just hitting it's just your calories you're missing. Because then I'd rather have a drink, a protein shake in the middle of your workout that I get 20 to 30 grams of protein plus some of the sugar. So the only person I see this with is someone who hits their protein consistently, has a roaring metabolism, struggles to get to the calories they need to because they're so active. Okay, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah, this annoys me because it comes from the muscle building space that's so they like to push the limits of what they can get away with because they're so shredded and jacked. And so I eat candy in between, or it's a fast as, absorbing form of carbohydrates or, whatever. It's like, okay, there's better options, and no, you don't need to do that. Like, unless you're working out for hours with crazy endurance, the data is clear on this. You do your typical hour strength training, unless you're super depleted going into it, it's not going to help you. It's not going to make a difference with your strength training or your results.
Part of the reason why it got popular, I mean, when I went through the whole kick, when I was doing all this stuff, like I played around with all the trends that everybody was doing just because I wanted to experience it and talk about it. And what you get from Pop-Tarts before your workout, gummy bears in the middle of your workout, for the bodybuilder person is you get this like quick pump. You get a pump. That sugar gets into your system really fast in comparison to let me tell you what you've heard me on this podcast talk about. Like I had figured out like the amount of grams of carbohydrates I needed, like the perfect meal that I would have like an hour and a half before I went to go get my lift in. Like I figured out like through Whole Foods, like what was the perfect, best workout, best everything. But if I didn't do that and I'm going in to go do a workout, and so let's just use the numbers for me personally to get this point across. It was somewhere between 70 to 90 grams of carbs I wanted going into my workout to feel these.
And this was like a couple hours before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. To feel like this massive pump. If for some reason I was low calorie that day and I'm getting ready to go to that workout, if I crushed 2 Pop-Tarts, I would feel it. I would feel it in my workout. I would feel the pump. I would definitely have more than if I would have not done that. Now, one of the biggest problems that I found with when I started messing with stuff like that is I started to crave those things all the time, regardless if I had. So then I'd have another day So I allow myself to do this consistently on these days. And then I'd have a day where I actually did everything I was supposed to, eat a balanced meal, then have the other meal that was perfect for me. And then I'm getting ready to do my workout. And I had trained myself that behavior of slamming Pop-Tarts. Now I'm over consuming, not getting any extra benefits from it. And I've got this damn craving for these stupid Pop-Tarts. So if you're going to do something like this, you got to be very careful on what comes with allowing yourself to have something like that in the diet. And like I said, the only person I would maybe allow do that is that kid who just struggles to put weight on. And right now, that's not a big focus of us of over consuming because I can't ever get him to hit his calories.
Yeah, but this is not the first thing you say, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, you can't eat enough calories? Just
No,
some candy?
we're gonna try it. I mean, it's literally like I said, if he came to me and he's like, hey, bro, this is what I'm doing. And I'm like, all right, whatever, but
I would even go for a sports drink before I do candy.
So that's what I did. I didn't remember I talked about this. I used to do rock stars. Like before I played basketball.
Full sugar
Yeah. That's what I would just do right before I would go in it. Again, not something I would recommend to most people. A very, very specific case and person is that I'm allowing to do something like this.
Cool. Look, if you like Mind Pump, head over to mindpumpfree.com and check out all of our free fitness guides. We have a lot of fitness guides. They're all free. Again, it's mindpumpfree.com. You can also find all of us on social media. Justin is at mindpumpjustin on Instagram. I'm at mindpumpdestefano, and Adam is at mindpumpadam.